Hi everyone, so I was requested to do another pumpkin and poppy pigment cosmetics look. This was the Christmas in Gotham collection that was released this past December. It's still available. It has very wearable colors. The colors are themed after the Batman Returns by Tim Burton, but just the same, these colors all have really great wearable things, like the green, the blue, those you can wear anytime. So I hope that you enjoy this look, and thank you so much for watching. So to get started on the look, I've already prepped and primed my eyelids with Urban Decay Primer Potion Eaten just to neutralize the lid and help make the colors pop and last all day. So to get started on this look, I'm going to be taking the Pumpkin and Poppy Cosmetics pigments. These were sent to me in a swap from Veggie Beauty just around this Christmas season. And I was not obligated to share or review these pigments in any ways because I swapped for them, and I'm not sponsored or affiliated in any ways. But I did really like them, and I gave them a positive review. I thought they were pretty impressive. This is from the Christmas in Gotham collection that came in this little black organza bag. I have a review of this on my blog post and previous tutorials, which I can send in as a video response so you can see them. But a lot of you guys got these for Christmas and you really liked them and requested a couple more tutorials. I do already have tutorials, so if you have not seen those, although you probably have because you hit me up for a tutorial, I'm going to be taking, starting off this particular look using Dark Side. And this one, if I can remember correctly, was based off of Batman. And we're just going to start with the Delium Tools brush 716. And we're going to start applying this in this winged manner right here in the outer corner. And I'm just going to flick it out. I want it to be heavier in the inner corner, like starting from the jumping off point, and then just sort of pulling it out, never getting it quite too thin. And we're just going to pull it along the upper lash line. And then just sort of trace that around and fade it in. I'm going to be taking a little bit of Cobblepot, which is just this sort of gray-y brown toned color with like a purple undertone. Almost even has like a purple sparkle in it. It's really unique. It's not quite like MAC's Satin Taupe. So if you don't have anything quite like this, there's Verve in the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, but that one is much more silverier. This one alone is $4.95, so it's a pretty good deal. I'm just going to pack this all over the eyelid, all over Midnight Cowboy. And I just wanted that really fresh nude base to kind of bring out the glitter in this a little bit, and just so that it really popped on the lid because it's such a muted color. These pigments actually adhere to the lid quite well. They're actually pretty geniusly formulated. So if you don't have a cream color base, or you have an inexpensive cream color base like from e.l.f. or whatever, it should pop. If you have like e.l.f.'s cream color base in Candlelight, I have that one too. I actually think it's pretty good. My favorite cream color base from e.l.f. though is Eggplant. So if you have that, that would be so beautiful underneath Cobblepot as well. So this is one of the most disgusting characters in the movie. It's a really amazing color though. Even though Christmas is over, and if you haven't seen the movie, or if you liked it and you don't remember it, I recommend seeing it again. I'm going to be taking a little bit of Selina. And it is just this really beautiful warm tone brown with gold glitter. This is a pretty quintessential color for Veggie Beauty's, I guess, preferred kind of makeup aesthetic. She likes these very kind of fun, unique, warm, neutral colors. I'm not sure if this color is going to be in her All Natural palette, but you can look out for something like that. She's gonna have some really amazing neutrals in her all natural palette. I'm gonna take the Bdellium Tool 781. And we're just going to blend that out in the crease. And I really want to get the depth further in to the outer portion. I'm really kind of lining it up against that outer wing. So if you're somebody who likes to do foundation first, you could just follow that first. I don't know that I would take liquid liner first, because once you put these shimmery shadows all over the liquid liner, it can get very metallic, unless you don't mind that look. It's up to you. Every look I do is just my personal preference. If you have a different methodology, go with it. Whatever works for you. I've seen girls do looks that I think are beautiful on them, but it's not like the method I would do on my particular face for whatever reason. Like some people on YouTube look amazing without any face powder on. I can't do that. My makeup would be all gone if I didn't wear any face powder on my over my foundation. Just gonna blend that out. And I'm gonna take a little bit more dark side. I'm gonna do a shape that I don't typically do with my looks, sorry. And I'm gonna be taking a dark side again. And I'm gonna get back into the crease with the Bdellium Tool 716. And we're just going to etch out in the crease once again. And we're almost gonna draw like an additional eyelid, if you will. This is going to be a really cool trick if you actually don't have a crease. So you could just kind of pull one in a little bit. You can kind of just have one for the day. Or if you notice that a lot of gurus do looks that don't suit you and you do have a hooded eye, it's a little trick to just kind of etching one in if you want to create the look with the hood. Although I think every eye shape is beautiful and hooded eyes have their own beauty, so you really don't need to etch in an additional lid at all, really. So just gonna do that on either side. And I do have a real defined crease. I'm just doing this for dimension. For the very outer corner, we're gonna be adding a little bit of Masquerade. Please don't mind my grubby fingers. I spilled pigment all over them. This shouldn't get all over you unless you literally just spill an entire thing. But even though I did spill a lot of dark side, look how much dark side I still have. So a little goes a long ways. Now I'm gonna be taking a little bit of Masquerade. I'm gonna try not to over tilt the pot. If you want to see these close up, personal, and swatched, please check out my blog spot. And I'm just going to take the Bdellium Tool 777, which is just that flat brush. These are from the Smokey eye set, the 5-piece, which I also have a review on my blog spot for those as well. Definitely trying to do more blog spot posts for those who do look at them or glance at them, just so that you have swatches to refer to. Just because swatches on YouTube can be kind of hard to view. So I try to do more swatches than on my blog spot, just so that you're not just staring at my hand going like, it's kind of hard on YouTube. It's not as precise. I'm just gonna get that in the outer corner, and look how it just kind of blues out the whole naked look. Really pretty. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Ice Princess, which is a medium to buildable white that has a really beautiful iridescence in it. The Ice Princess in the movie is the girl who lights up the Christmas tree in the center of the town. Gets sort of captured by Cobblepot. I'm just going to blend that out. And Ice Princess is permanent, which is fantastic because so many of us told Veggie Beauty we loved it, and I'm sure she created it because she loved it, but she listened to us, which is like really great. You'll definitely want to like her Facebook fan page because you can kind of see what she's working on creating. She has like coupon codes and you can kind of see what's going on. She kind of asks us what we'd like for her next collections. So it's kind of fun. A lot of like kind of positive subscriber feedback she takes in to better her work. So I'm just going to pack Ice Princess on just to illuminate the eye. I'm going to line the lower lash line with sort of like a harsh light white, and this is Urban Decay's Yayo. And my one complaint about Yayo is that it's shimmery. Ouch. That was my fault. I just rubbed the back of the pencil across my lower lash line. I would like it if it were matte. I would like them to release a matte eyeliner if they're going to keep Yayo. I'm just going to blend that on so I have a couple coats just for opacity. And then I'm just going to take it up along that black wing in the outer corner that we created with the black eyeshadow. Just sort of pull it up a little bit and then just sort of pull it along a little into the inner tear duct, just a line. A full line around the eye. I'm going to take Urban Decay's 24/7 liquid liner, and this is in Perversion. And it is a vegan liner, as was Yayo, in case you're wondering. And I'm just going to start in the middle of the upper lash line. And I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to make the line a little bit thick. And that powder line underneath, for me, was kind of essential because it does soften the liquid liner a bit. So if you'd like to try liquid liner but you think it's a little sharp, that's kind of a little suggestion. Seeing how it's kind of at this very fine point in the middle, I'm going to easily be able to thin it out towards this inner part of the lid. So I kind of have it just sort of rising from the center and going quite a bit thicker in the outer portion. Now for the near completion of this look, I am going to grab a little bit of Milani Liquify pencil in 6 green. I'm not a big fan of Propel pencils, but these are actually, believe it or not, some of the more pigmented Propel pencils I've worked with. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of this and we're going to pop this beneath Yayo. Now the white to me is a bit like harsh and fierce. It's still kind of fun, so I use it from time to time, but never without popping on a little bit of something on the lower lash line just to kind of seal the deal, I guess. Just gonna smooth that up a bit. For those of you who have this kit, you do know where I'm going with this look, and I'm going to be taking a little bit of Deadly Kiss, which is, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful scenes in the movie. They say the line a few times, how mistletoe's deadly if you eat it. There's the fight on the roof, and then there's her tumbling down. They're by the tree. You could like just see all the glowing lights, and it's just very like kind of Christmassy, but it's still Batman and Tim Burton. It's a really cool scene. So I wanted to incorporate Deadly Kiss because it's a really cool green. It's kind of like Humid from MAC. So I'm going to be taking a little bit of this and Volume Tool 716. And I mean that in a compliment, as a compliment, when I say it's like Humid from MAC, because it's a very coveted color. Even though I know MAC's not a vegan brand. So, if your New Year's resolution was to eat healthier and buy more vegan products, this is a great alternate to Humid if you've owned it and loved it. So, I'm just going to take the Makeup Remover wipe and kind of smooth it out. Alright, so now I'm going to be taking Urban Decay's Glide On Cheek Tint. This one is Indecent. I typically take a Crush, but I also really like this really kind of just muted orangey color. They're pretty cool if you have oily skin because they're not like the creamiest. When you like touch it, if you haven't used it in a while, it almost feels like powder on top. Not hard or crunchy, but almost like a powder. So I'm just going to pop that on. Now I'm going to be taking a little bit of Ice Princess, which is just that whitey highlight we used on the eyes. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of this over the e.l.f. Shimmering Facial Whip. I've already set my face, so I'm just going to pop this on top of the facial powder. I don't want it to be too white or too kind of sticky looking. I'm just using the e.l.f. stippling brush, which is a great MAC 187 dupe. You probably think it is the MAC 187, but it is the e.l.f. stippling brush. And for the lips, I just took the Miss Kitty lip gloss. And this was her first ever lip gloss. I paid for this one myself because I wanted to get the first one she ever did for the novelty of it. And I hope that you enjoyed this look. Thanks for watching.